Okay, hopefully we're back. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but I'm just going to show you guys my plate. This is my first meal today. I'm only eating 2 meals a day. Um, Life gets busy, so that's what's working for me. All right. So you'll see here, I have my apple cider vinegar tea with lemon and the honey substitute syrup, and then my French omelet. I'm going to cut into it so you guys can see. So we've got our French omelet that's cooked well on the outside. And then when you cut into it, I don't know if you guys are able to see it rolled up into itself. I'm gonna take a test. Made a mess earlier, but I'm hungry. I'm sorry, it's so good. It's just eggs, butter, and salt. Very simple ingredients. But again, that's the technique. There's no cheese inside. But if you guys are able to see, it looks almost like there is. So this is my first meal for the day. All right. So let's see what else I wanted to show you guys. We had a food giveaway today. I really just want to put my face in this and eat it. I'll take one more bite. And then I'm going to show you guys what else I got and where some of my inspiration comes from. I'm going to stir my tea and take a sip of it. One of the things that I've learned, hot beverages, hot teas, I can have unlimited unsweet tea on my plan. Has helped me to keep from snacking. Okay. Not bad. Whew. I put 2 tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar in there, but that's good. So tomorrow I'll go back to regular eating. Today I'm just doing the egg and apple fast. You can also do it with eggs and strawberries. 8 or 9 eggs in a day. Probably 3 or 4 apples in a day, or up to 12 strawberries in a day. All right, so yesterday, one of the things that I talked about I think it was Snuggles who asked a question, and I might have dropped them. I'm sorry, guys. Next time I won't do that. I won't change any settings on the fly. Snuggles had asked a question about, world events, and I said that, how long do I go in between meals? I'll answer that question. So I don't want to say, it kind of depends on my schedule. I try not to go more than 3 or 4 hours. Ideally for me, I'll have like a meal, and then in a couple hours I'll have a snack, and then a meal, snack, meal. That's ideal. But I had a busy morning. Sometimes I'm back to back in meetings. So right now, it's 12:30 my time. This is my first meal of the day, and then I'll probably eat again. Maybe between 4 and 5, and then I'll be done. But what I'm constantly doing, soups, broths, anything to kind of keep, some liquid in me, not for any type of weight loss, but just because sometimes I only have time to make something to drink. Hopefully that answers your question. All right. So one of the things I shared with you guys was a response to Snuggles' question about groceries. And I'll tell the story again in case anybody missed it yesterday. But one of the things that I do, kind of embarrassingly, or not, for fun, is I like to pick up food boxes from the giveaway. How did that happen? So you may or may not know that I'm also an Airbnb hostess. So my home has an in-law suite that I rent out. And I had a woman stay with me a couple years ago when the pandemic first started, and she was volunteering at a local church. And when she was done with her volunteering, she came home and she said, I brought this for you and the boys. And I looked at it and it was a box of all kind of produce and, meats. And I was like, what in the world is this? Thankfully I've always worked, so I've never qualified for any assistance, still don't. But I think with the pandemic and other programs, there are food banks and other things that have partnered with local churches in the area as kind of like distribution centers to give away food. So, because I'm so thankful that I'm able to work from home, if my schedule allows, I'll go through the drive-through and literally they have a line with the cones. You pull up, you don't even have to get out of your vehicle. They open your trunk, they put a box in it, they close your trunk, and you're on your way. So it's almost like a little, I know this sounds so lame, but it's almost kind of like a little mystery box for me. And some of the creativity that I have in coming up with new recipes has been because I didn't have to spend the money on the ingredients. There's nothing like buying stuff, trying to cook it, you mess it up, and then you're mad because it doesn't taste good. You're still hungry, and then you wasted money on the ingredients. The other thing that I shared with you all is, I don't eat as much. And so when I get these food boxes, I do have neighbors that are seniors. Some of them don't have transportation. Some of them have the grandkids dropped off, without warning. And so they have been very grateful when I get, anything, I usually give away like 80 to 90% of it. But before I do, I always go through just to see if there's anything new that I want to try. So in addition to me going when I have time, my parents are thankfully still with me and both retired. And so they have kind of made a little outing of it too. It gets them out of the house and my dad can drive Miss Daisy. And then, they'll go pick up stuff. And if they have extra, they'll bring it by. So my dad dropped off today. So I'm just going to go through what was in today's giveaway and give you guys some ideas as to what I think of as far as substitutions, and I'll let you know what I'm keeping and what I'm not. So we had a cabbage come in today. I'm going to give this away because I already have a cabbage, but this is great if you like lettuce wraps. Where you ground, meat, ground beef, ground turkey, or if you eat pork with some ginger and soy sauce and, Asian seasonings like shredded carrot, if you could have that. And then just like you would make lettuce wraps with actual lettuce, you can do the same thing and put it in a cabbage leaf, roll it up, and kind of eat it like a little taco. That's definitely an option. Cabbage is great, with just salt, pepper, and some butter as a stir fry. Some onions in here. I have plenty of onions, so I'll be giving these away. I like to prep onions down saute them, sometimes keep them raw, but usually when these are the types of veggies that I would chop up, spend a day to go ahead and cook them down. So I have sauteed onions that I can top on a burger, or I can, put in an omelet or whatever. Sweet potatoes, I don't eat sweet potatoes, so these I'm going to give away. A great substitute for sweet potatoes, butternut squash. Hi, Siobhan. A great substitute is butternut squash. So if you like sweet potato fries or mashed sweet potato, if you buy butternut squash, maybe one day I'll do this for you guys. It makes a great soup, but you can also buy it already cut and cubed, and then you just toss it in a little bit of melted butter or oil of your choice with the brown sugar substitute and some cinnamon. Put it in the air fryer, cook it fast under a high heat, so that it caramelizes. It melts in your mouth. So butternut squash is a great substitute. I've got a couple bags of spinach in here. I already have fresh spinach in the fridge, so I'm going to be giving these away. But spinach is great. Tomorrow when we make our crab cakes, I'll probably make a spinach salad out of mine. Spinach is great to put in omelets. It'll wilt down really nicely. You can blend it and make different sauces. Great things you can do with spinach. And then raw broccoli. I'll probably give these away too. I have some frozen broccoli. I make a really good loaded broccoli. So if you think of a loaded baked potato, basically you would take your broccoli and you would toss it in oil, and then you would put it, I use the air fryer all the time. You could use the oven or the air fryer and let it start to like char a little bit. and then you take it out. You have it in like a metal pan, and then you sprinkle the shredded cheese of your choice. You know, I use goat's cheese. If you eat pork, you could do bacon or turkey bacon. If you have dairy, you could do sour cream. Basically, anything that you would put on a loaded baked potato, you use broccoli as the base and put all your toppings on it. That's an excellent substitute. Very filling, gives you lots of flavor and fiber. All right, so I don't think I'm going to keep anything that was in this part of the giveaway. Let's see what else we got. And I'm going to take a bite of my omelet. Trying to inhale it quickly. I don't want to be, eating. I want to cook for you all when I'm not too hungry, but I was really hungry, so I'm feeling better. Something interesting that came in the giveaway today. I don't know if anyone has ever seen this. It says Milkademia. I've never heard of this brand, and it's basically unsweetened macadamia milk. So one of the things that I love, with the plan that I'm on, the metabolic specialist that I have, if I'm ever curious about an ingredient, I can take a picture of this and text it to her and say, hey, can I have this? And she'll say yes or no. And that's how I've kind of branched out from just the plain menu that was given to me. Because, if you don't ask, it's always going to be a no. But if you're sensitive to cow dairy, you guys know that I do almond milk. I've also seen cashew milk. So not surprising, but this says unsweetened macadamia milk. So I will keep this, and if it's approved for me, I may give it a try in a coffee as a creamer. What else do I use the almond milk for? Chai lattes, so many different things, and see how the macadamia nut milk compares. So let me know if anybody's ever used that as a substitute. You can already guess this is going away. This is a beautiful loaf. It looks like sourdough from Publix Bakery. I would love to put this in the toaster with some butter and smear it on there and enjoy myself, but I am sensitive to gluten. So I can't have breads. So when I eat like this, I enjoy it, but I am achy and stiff. And I just, made the decision that if I'm going to go off plan, it's going to be for a special occasion. So this is something that I had to give up. So it's a nice, soft, beautiful loaf of bread, but I'm going to have to give this away. What have we talked about as a substitute for breads? You guys saw my cassava tortillas. Speaking of tortillas, the crepini, I've got an order coming in soon, so I'll do another unboxing for you guys. But I found ways to get over not being able to have bread, chaffles, all of that. The last thing that was in the giveaway box was a HelloFresh meal kit. And this one says cheesy turkey and poblano tostadas. So it came with flour tortillas. I can't have this. So you guys have seen me show you the So my substitute for regular flour tortillas is the cassava tortilla. This one counts as a vegetable for me. You can see it's gluten-free. It's made from cassava flour instead of regular flour. And like I told you, these are a little bit craggly, a little bit more delicate, but when you warm them, they cook up nicely. So that's the substitution that I've made to get off of regular flour. I got a poblano pepper. I probably will keep this. I've seen some really nice recipes for stuffed peppers. These are the ones that they put over the fire and char them, so I may give that a try. A lemon. I'll save this for tomorrow. We're making crab cakes in our cook-along class. Tomato. It got a little bit mushy. There's some sour cream in here and a red onion. I have yellow onion, so I may keep the red onion. Those are a little bit milder. They're great raw on a burger or in a salad. And then just some other spices and seasonings. So I know that's a little bit off the wall, but I wanted to share with you guys, the reality that, even though food insecurity is not an issue for me, clearly, some people are struggling. So if you know people, or if you are someone who, you would like to have, some variety, and, money is an issue, check your local area for, churches or food banks that have, sometimes weekly giveaways. For me, I can say it's kind of like a sport, kind of like going garage sale shopping or whatever, just to see what you can find. But this is a way that I keep some new, get experience to some new ingredients, and without having to spend the money. Now, here's the thing: if I find something, and it's happened to me before, if I get something in the giveaway box that is approved for my plan and I really like it, most definitely I'm going to bring that into the rotation, add it to my grocery list, find it online, because my food list is pretty specific. And so when I find something that works for me, I stick with it. All right. I know I dropped you guys on Facebook and YouTube. Let me see if there's any questions. Okay, I don't want to mess anything up because I changed the internet on you guys before. All right, so I think that's it. We made our apple cider vinegar tea. Again, lemon, sweetener, apple cider vinegar, and your hot water. And we talked about the giveaways, and we made the French omelet. So I'll probably come on later tonight after I clean all this up. But thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, on all platforms. Again, take a look out for our live cook along tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Level 1, just watch. Level 2, watch and cook off camera. Level 3, watch, cook, and join us in the live stream. So if you're interested in that, inbox me and let me know so I can make sure you're set up. And I will see you guys probably later tonight, but definitely tomorrow. All right, bye for now.